here we are in the finals of this 8-man. We won the die roll. And this is the 8-man where we're trying out main deck Ashiok. I'm not sure if I can say that I like it so far. If we had a 1 blue source in this hand, I'd think about keeping this. I'm not really liking the main deck Ashiok so far, but I think that beating green-red monsters last round kind of gave me an idea of the game plan that we need against them. It did not involve Ashiok, which means that we can get the pack rats back in the deck, which I think are just straight up stronger. So, yeah, that's very exciting. It's worth noting that draws like this, like Temple into Swamp or Temple into Mutavault, let us mask the deck as mono black control, which is something that has won me games in the past, where people just like don't expect a syncopate or like a Master Waves coming down. So it's worth considering when you're sequencing your lands, but I wouldn't recommend doing it if it's cutting off other lines of play. But it is something to be thinking about, since this deck is still pretty fringe. Although more and more people have been asking me about this deck, in terms of people just that I play against on Moto. Is he Mortars? Chain to the Rocks, okay. So yeah, like lots of people that I've played against on Moto have asked me about it. Obviously, both of you are very interested in the deck. I think this is worth keeping. We hit 4 lands. So yeah, while it's still a fringe strategy though, it's worth noting that you can mask it as mono black with temples and swamps if need be. What is this? Courser. Alright. Well, he gets some value. We're facing down a Smiter next turn. Interesting. So he's keeping the Smiter. Naya. We'll draw some cards. Ooh. I feel like either of these piles would be pretty sweet. Yeah, I think we have enough of a shot of winning with just Master Waves that, like, drawing more lands to support Master Waves is going to... And taking Aetherling, which would require us to miss a land drop there, is also kind of no bueno. So, you know, double Hero's Downfall in hand. Oh god, that's not good. This is interesting. We can't Thoughtseize Loxodon Smiter. But we can... We can go Downfall Xenagos. No, I think we want to Thoughtseize first, because we can still make either line of play of Hero's Downfall or Master after Thoughtseizing. Assemble, Advent, Loxodon Smiter, Celestia Charm. Well, we're definitely taking Assemble here. And we'll go with Master of Waves. Master of Waves not having Jason play to help trigger it is a little bit of a bummer, but I do think that we're still okay. Like, I don't think there's any way we lose this game if we got to play Master with Jace. Like, if he just... Even if he played Assemble a Legion, like, our double Master, just making 3 tokens and 4 tokens, would completely outpace that. Especially backed up by 2 Heroes Downfalls. So... Well, let's do it this way. So we get to Hero's Downfall, his Worm token, Dimir Charm, his Soldier token, and proceed with our lives. Ugh, that's not good. Okay, that set us back quite a bit. Unfortunately. Ugh, that was bad. Well, if we ever draw a Ratchet Bomb, we're gonna be sitting pretty. But in the meantime, we're in some trouble. Did he draw another Advent? Oh, he was gonna cast his Charm, but then he realized that he can just give a Satyr +2/+2 when I block. Okay. I think this Dimir Charm lets us stay in this game. Like, he's gonna have an Elephant and 3 Satyr tokens. We're gonna be at 6, but then we're gonna get to kill Xenagos next turn. And then Master Waves is going to hopefully stabilize the game here. Here comes the Elephant. No Elephant. Huh. Makes me suspicious as to what he has. What can he have? Is it just another Advent? I get 4 tokens, so I get to block 1, 2, 3, 4. Go to 2. Or I can go to 1 and block here, and then... I feel like he has to have an Advent here. Yeah. Okay. Not sure if I care about that. Well, I mean, I'm definitely gonna go pretty low, but... I'm Xenaghost? Okay. So I think we're gonna have to go to 1. Just let the worm hit us. Block. I guess if he has another Celestia Charm, then we're dead. He only has 1 mystery card in his hand. Yeah. Oh, he's just saying go. Okay. Well, that is most interesting. He still has the elephant in his hand. Man, let's just draw a Ratchet Bomb. How about that, deck? Let's see Ratchet Bomb. No more lands, please. Here comes the elephant. Alright, let's see what we can rip off the top of his deck. Well, even though we can't cast it, I'm very glad that he is not going to be casting it. Still not sure what this mystery card is in his hand. Celestia Charm here would be very bad for us, because we would take 2 Trample and then be dead to his next attack, so we'd have to chump with Nightveil Spectre. Not that Nightveil Spectre is really gonna do very much for us at this point. Like, all of his stuff has tons of colored mana and its casting cost. That was the last card that was in his hand. That's not the worst. And we get to get rid of both of those. Sweet. Well, I guess playing that was wrong. The only reason to play that would be Aetherling. But Aetherling is on the bottom of our deck from the earlier Jace split. But I guess we don't have Pack Rat in the deck anymore either, so it doesn't quite matter that much. Is this another Assemble the Legion? I don't think we can beat Assemble the Legion at this point. Oh. Oh no, just an Elspeth. Yeah, you know, the casuals. We have 1 more Hero's Downfall in the deck. Can't. Oh. Close. Can't beat Elspeth. At least not from here. Alright. Does domestication hit against him? Not very much. We want Lifebane Zombie. We want Hero's Downfall. We want Far and Away. We probably want Thoughtseize. I'll go with the rest, sure. Domestication hits Courser and not much else. I think Aetherling, like this game is gonna go long. What do we want to take out? Omen Speaker is kind of underwhelming, but at the same time, it blocks Xenaghost tokens. Gosh, what do we want to take out? I really wish we drew Ratchet Bomb last game. At any point in the game. Demir Charm doesn't hit very much. Devour Flesh, yeah, it's probably worth keeping. Ultimate Price hits enough. I think we want to take out Night Veil Spectre. It just doesn't do very much against him. And Omen Speaker coming out. I think Master Waves is going to be really bad. We can take out all the Master Waves and then just become a domestication deck. Okay, sure, I like this plan. Oh, we want Pithing Needle probably over Duress. Alright. Oh, we need one more card. Okay, sure, we'll take Duress. Hits, Assemble the Legion, all of his Planeswalkers. Yes, I would like to play first. Alright. Let's do this. Hopefully we hit a swamp sometime soon. Alright, there we go. Ask and ye shall receive. I think it's right to keep Ratchet Bomb at 0 against him, but I'm debating if I want to play Ratchet Bomb or if I want to play Thoughtseize. I think I want to just use all of my mana. Because if we keep it at 0, we can kill all of his tokens. The Advent tokens, the Satyr tokens, Elspeth tokens, Soldier tokens, Knight tokens, I mean. But if we put it to 1, then we can kill Mistcutter Hydra. So, I think it's right to keep it at 0. He is playing the control-y version of this deck. I'm curious if he kept in his Angers. He had to keep in his Angers. He saw Night Veil Spectre. Okay. Yeah. Maybe trying to out-control him isn't the way to go here. But I think it's fine. Scry to top. So we get one of his coursers. We get to devour flesh the other one, unless we draw a sweet, sweet domestication. Ooh. Mizium Mortars, Chain to the Rocks, 3 lands, courser. Oh, Ratchet Bomb also hits Chain to the Rocks, which is relevant, even though we decided out our Masters and our Nightveil Specters. Interesting. Okay. It makes me think that he drew a Xenagos if he's prioritizing killing the Lifebane zombie. So let's see. What did you draw? Alright, well, we'll just take the courser. Of course, we'll take the courser. That makes all of our domestications a lot worse. No, he doesn't want to play the courser. Oh, did he just click through his turn? I think he did. Oh, well, now we get to domesticate his courser. Sweet. I guess he's just gonna chain to the rocks, the courser. Okay, so here's courser. Yeah, if he played it last turn, we would definitely devour flesh it, which I guess is a little disappointing for him. Since we're gonna domesticate it now. If we draw land, I think that we would Pithing Needle. Since we don't want to blow the bomb for 1 anyway, since he's gonna have a Chain to the Rocks under, or his own creature under a Chain to the Rocks, rather. I wonder if it's worth picking up Stormbreath Dragons. Brian said they dropped below 14. Wonder if they went back up. Oh man, yeah, they're up to 15-ish. Okay, this is looking pretty good for us. Like, we're gonna get to land a Jace. He's gonna have to... He has a Xenagos on top of his deck that's not gonna do anything. He's gonna have to use a chain on his own dude. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Yeah, took the lands there because we're going to need a win with Aetherling. And that requires lots of lands. Also, we have 3 removal spells in our hands, so we're not really lacking for that. It might be time to start bumping the Ratchet Bomb up to 5 to make sure that we don't lose to an Assemble the Legion. Speaking of Assemble the Legion... oh, Stormbreath Dragon. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna ultimate price this. Our opponent is lagging pretty hard. Oh, okay, here we go. Oh, Jace, how I love you. You are so good. Oh, there goes our opponent. That would explain why he was lagging. Alrighty. So, as I was showing, I'm pretty sure I'm going to bring the main deck back to the original configuration with the pack rats and 60 cards. Pretty terrible that we were playing 61. However, I'm not sure what I want the last card to be. It might be a Lifebane Zombie. I wonder how much they cost. Because these Xenagos decks seem to be picking up in popularity, and Lifebane seems to be the best answer that we have right now. They're still about 5. Oh, they dipped for a while there. Oh, I guess that's reasonable. At least they're not up here anymore. But, okay. 5.5-ish. So I think I'm gonna try a 3rd Lifebane Zombie in that slot. What was it before? It was the Ashiok before, and I guess what was originally... So, I guess from my PTQ list, I cut a Gainsay, I cut the 2... I cut the Gainsay and the 2 Pack Rats and a Pilling Needle for a Hero's Downfall and 3 Lifebane Zombies, it's looking like. So we'll try that out. I think like Lifebane Zombie gives us another angle of attack against the Blood Baron decks as well. So we like Aetherling might even be the card that we take out, since I guess Lifebane Zombie would come in against the Revelation decks. Like, it seems better than Master of Waves. Like, it's a less of a mana investment. You don't have to like overcommit to make it huge. You get to peek at their hand. It's an extra peek. They can't block it with Master or with Mutavault, so it gets to attack their Jace. So Lifebane Zombie might come in that matchup as well. But so Aetherling might end up getting cut, since Aetherling is the second one is there for the Revelation decks as well as Blood Baron, which Lifebane Zombie might help us out with. In which case, the last card in the sideboard, if we do end up cutting the Aetherling, I don't know what we'd want. Going up to 3 Pack Rats might be correct. Like, against Mono Black, Pack Rat is still reasonable. Like, it's a lot less good now that you have to play around Bile Blight. Or, I mean, maybe Ashiok. Sideboarding into Ashiok against Mono Black. Because as I said, the games that we lose against Mono Black, it's the long games, not the games where they're aggroing us, where Ashiok would be bad. And Ashiok only gets hit by 4 of their removal spells, whereas the rest of our creatures get hit by every single removal spell that they play. Devour Flesh, Bile Blight, and Hero's Downfall. So, yeah, that might be right. I don't think we would want to go back to a second Pilling Needle. It seemed excessive against Mono Black before, and yeah, I just don't think it's where we want to be. But I think the sideboard against Mono Black, I think bringing in the Thoughtseize seems fine. Like, we just need to cut off their beginning game of an early Underworld Connections or an early Pack Rat, even though I hate drawing Thoughtseize later in the game. But we can bring in these 4 cards, Pilling Needle, and the Underworld Connections. 4, 5, 6, 7 for 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that seems good. Since we're playing less Pack Rats, we may also want to consider bringing in the Aetherling against Mono Black, in which case we would cut one of the counter spells depending on if we're on the player draw. Or if we're bringing in Aetherling, we might just want to not have the 3rd Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize might just be better though. Like, it's better in the early game, and that's where things can slip away. Like in the late game, I feel like we usually have the tools to close out a game if we take it to the late game. Like, counter spells are there mostly for Gary. Gary is usually the only way that they can steal the late game from us. But I don't like 4 might be too much, because if we're taking out 4, 5, 6, 7 cards against Mono Black, then we're bringing in these 7. Yeah, I like 4 counterspells. I feel like 4 is the right number we want in this format. Well, our Naya control opponent might just not come back. I feel like we're definitely winning this game. I don't know about the next game, but this game seems pretty unlosable at this point. Like, he would have to draw an Assemble Legion in the next couple turns, and we would not have to not draw a counterspell. But next turn we're gonna plus Jace. So if he draws it next turn, then we probably get stuck plussing Jace for the rest of the game until we can get Ratchet Bomb up to 5, and then we can ultimate Jace for a second Ratchet Bomb to kill the rest of his tokens. Um, but yeah, we might have wanted to Devour Flesh the Stormbreath Dragon. Like, ultimate price doesn't hit Locks on Smiter, but Devour Flesh gets blanked pretty quickly once Assemble the Legion gets online. I don't know. An argument can be made either way. Alright, he's got 3 minutes until he times out. Or until he hits the 10-minute mark. But even then, I don't think we're going to finish this match. It's kind of odd that the tournament that we're playing, the random non-pack rat version of the deck, is the one that we made it to the finals. But I'm pretty sure that pack rat, at least in the main deck, is still correct. I don't think that we need to sideboard into more. I think Lifebane Zombie is fine against control to just have an extra threat. It doesn't end the game like pack rat has the potential to do. But that just means we need to start valuing our pack rats differently. Like, before against control, we could just play out a pack rat and be like, okay, you have to detention sphere me now, or I'm going to start dealing 8 damage in chunks to you. But, I mean, that's pack rat plus a Mutavault deals 8 damage in a turn, whereas Lifebane Zombie plus a Mutavault deals 5 damage in a turn. So, it seems reasonable. Yeah, I don't think we're losing too much from cutting the pack rats from the sideboard, and I think Lifebane Zombie is the way to go. With it. Alright, then it looks like our opponent is definitely not here. So, that's one way to win a tournament. This plan of sideboarding into the heavy control deck against the Naya decks. Whoa, 4 Theros and 1 Born of the Gods? That seems like a ripoff. The sideboard plan that we used for this matchup seemed okay. Like, Night Veil Spectre isn't much of a clock for them anyway, and they play so many colored spells that, so many multicolored spells that getting Spectre online would be hard. And, like, to turn on, like, having it there just to turn on Master of the Waves, when they have Anger and Chain to the Rocks to turn off Big Master of the Waves, it just seemed like sideboarding into the heavy control plan was a little bit better, with Lifebane Zombies and such. So I don't know if it was correct. We didn't get to play Game 3. It seemed to be working out in that game, but he did get a little unlucky drawing lands and nothing but coursers of Crucifixes, which he never got to use. I'm still not sure how I feel about bringing in Domestication when the only creature that it can really take is a Courser. Or especially when, I guess he sides out Celestial Charm there. It doesn't do very much against our deck. But, Yeah, maybe bring in one domestication against Courser decks is the way to go, because it does seem very strong against them. You get to block their Xenagos tokens, you get to gain a little life, draw a couple cards, take the pressure off of you. So it's probably worth bringing in at least one, even if Courser is the only target that you get. Like, we bring in domestication against Mono Black when Nightveil Spectre is the only real target, although Pack Rat is kind of a target, and Grey Merchant gets domesticated every now and then. But I think that this is the list that I want to run with. I would recommend that both of you run with it if you can get the cards for any upcoming PTQs. And yeah, thanks for watching.